Hey everybody, it's Jillian from BD Cosmos, and we're back for a new month of top 10 books to subscribe to. So this month, we're August 2021, and we're looking for October 2021 books to subscribe to. So once more, we'll be doing books to subscribe to in this video, and in the second video, we'll be doing 5 more, plus the obligatory trade paperback that I recommend picking up. So let's get to the first book this month that I wholly recommend you guys subscribe to. And it's a surprise, is The House of Slaughter from James Tynion. He is expanding the Something is Killing the Children mythos. They've already started working on the origin story of the House of Slaughter themselves in Something is Killing the Children. So it is not to be surprised that we're looking at the actual origin of the handler of Erica Slaughter. So we're going back in time and to discover the handler's origin in this new ongoing series. So for all of you people out there who are like really huge fans of this book, of Something is Killing Children, and I've been telling you for months, Something is Killing Children is a fantastic horror story. This is a new book to look into. Now, it is not mainly written or drawn, well, mainly written by James Tynion IV or drawn by Wildera. It's a new team they're working on, but they're working in collaboration with James Tynion for the whole thing, so it meshes together into one giant story arc. So all the important parts that are going to happen in the House of Slaughter will have direct impact into Something's Killing the Children's origin story. And whenever Something's Killing the Children will eventually be optioned for TV or movie, much better be TV, honestly. But everything from House of Slaughter, you do not want to miss reading these stories. So House of Slaughter starting October 20th of 2021, sorry. The next book, I'm actually really excited about this one as well. Batman the Imposter. So yes, DC is pretty much the Batman show. It's always lots of series about Batman because it's their top selling character. But this one in particular is a pretty good synopsis where it's the first year of Bruce Wayne becoming the Batman, and he's already started to make some enemies within the Gothamites themselves, the power brokers of Gothamite. But someone is impersonating the Bat, and this person has no qualms about killing other criminals. So Batman has to discover and stop this imposter, hence Batman the Imposter, and clear his good name towards the police of Gotham City, and as well as stop him from, killing more villains. It's written by this is the first time written comic book by Mattson Tomlin, who has done, it says here, Project Power and Little Fish. So he's a movie director and screenwriter. So often enough, these types of stories can become future direct movie, the animated series sort of thing that the DC have been doing for years now. They have like 34 animated movies that come out every year. So Batman the Imposter could definitely be one of those, or it could just be a future movie concept. But Batman the Imposter, honestly, I highly recommend it. It looks fantastic. Next up, from Vault Comics, we've got Rush. So this is a play on the gold rush of the northern Canadian Yukon. This is 1899 it takes place in, and it has something to do with the last people who are still trying to find that last piece of gold, well, the gold mines of the Yukon. But something else is attracting these people, and it's sort of malefic, but it also, as you see in the background, there's like some kind of spider web and spider creature who is taking these excavators or what are they called? I forget the name of the actual people who were the miners, and they're making them disappear. And on the entirety of this, there's this woman who's looking for a child who's disappeared. So it is a 5-part miniseries. It's written by C.I. Spurrier, who's writing right now Way of X and Hellblazer, or has written Hellblazer in the past. So it's a Western-style Canadian theme comic book series with a horror spin. Obviously, we talk about a lot of horror comic books in here at BD Cosmos to subscribe to, because it is a hot genre for the last couple of, I'd say, 3 to 4 years now. But with the Western spin plus the Canadian themed, it actually looks really good. I'm Always interested into what Vault can do. And this one, written by Cy Spurrier, actually looks really good, and I highly recommend looking into it. Next one, this is I think it's my only Marvel title for the month. It's a Luke Cage City of Fire, and it has real world politics mixed in, where a someone in New York City, a black man who is killed by the police department, and Luke Cage is on the lookout to find out what exactly happened. And then the other characters are revolving around him. You see Daredevil, Electro Daredevil here, and the Kingpin here, who is the mayor of New York City, are trying to make him not rock the boat, because again, it's politically incorrect at this point even in our world, but it's something that's presented in the 616 universe for the first time about racism in comic books. It is only a 3-part miniseries, and I believe all 3 issues will be $4.99 US, hence $6.29, $6.25 in store. But it's also a new writer who's doing this, Ho Chen Anderson. So, and I'm a big fan of Luke Cage, actually, since early 2000s, when he was reintroduced as part of the New Avengers. He was a really great character, really well developed at the time. And while I wasn't a huge fan of the Netflix show, I'm a great fan of the actual actor who played him. But this particular new Luke Cage series, I missed the last one he was in. He was in a Defender series. I should have read it. I'm really interested. It has, like I said, real world elements added into the 616 universe. It looks really good, and I highly recommend if you want to read more about how the integration of racism into the Marvel universe. Now, it may not be for you because you're not looking for political statements, but it's still interesting as a concept added to modern books. As an example, Ed Brubaker famously added stuff that was happening with 9/11 and the war in Iraq and the Captain America comic books, and it's a fan favorite today. So I honestly think this may be a beginning of something to help develop Luke Cage as a character and make him his own character with this. And then the last book for this month is actually really interesting, from Rick Remender, A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. This one's from Image. It is, if you're a fan of the movie The Professional, this is definitely right up your alley. It is a man who has stumbled upon some kind of contract killer, a contract fraud or a contract killer to kill an innocent person, and this man is going to become an assassin to kill that assassin to protect the right. So it's a first for vengeance, but he has to self-protect. He's going to go out of his way to protect these people. So again, Rick Remender, fantastic writer. And this also has a great spin for a one-shot movie, much like The Professional was. And it does seem, so if you're a fan of that, like, dark grittiness, and there's a good chance Rick Remender is pretty has a good comedic tone. There will be good spots in it for as a comedic element. But this is an ongoing series, it's a non-mini series. But I wouldn't be surprised that this, Rick Remender could get this option for an actual movie, a one shot, a la John Wick. And honestly, it looks really interesting. So that is my first 5 books for this month, and we'll see each other very soon for the next 5 books for this month.